and welcome to Mission Alive. Remembering is an important thing because many good things, beautiful things, sad things happen in our lives. But it's good to use those things to make our lives better, to make our world better. I remember a long time ago going by train from Sydney to Melbourne. When we got on the train, it wasn't very crowded, there was plenty of spaces in the seats, nobody was crushed up. And these two young boys got on, two young teenagers, college boys, maybe grade 11, not grade 12 yet, maybe grade 10. But they got on the train and they sat down, and almost as soon as they sat down, they start to sing. They start to sing the songs that we knew, the songs that they knew. Some were school songs, some were songs from the radio. They weren't harming anybody. They were having a good time, and we listened and enjoyed their singing. Then one of them stood up and said, well, it's time for bed now, so we better go and get ready. So off they went. They came back with an old pair of shorts on and a t-shirt and a cap on their head. They were ready for bed. They had their nightcaps on. So they sat down in their seats and they made a mistake. They put their feet up on top of the seat in front of them. Ooh, the guard was up as quickly as could be. He was watching those two boys. He was thinking, I'm going to have trouble with these fellows. Hey, he said, you can't put your feet up on the back of a chair on this train. Put your legs down. Oh, good sir, they said. And they put their legs straight down onto the floor. They weren't going to cause any trouble. They were just two young boys enjoying a ride, enjoying being by themselves, not having anybody to look after them, anybody to tell them what to do. So we had a quiet night. Next morning they woke up and they stood and they stretched and they yawned. And oh, we had a good night's sleep. They said everything out loud so everybody could hear them. And we enjoyed them. They were like two little clowns. And they took off their nightcap and they said, well, we're getting close to Melbourne, so we better go and get dressed in our city clothes. So off they went. And they came back. They came back dressed up perfectly in their school uniforms. One thing I forgot to say. On their caps, their nightcaps, they had written messages. And a message such as, by their fruits you will know them. By their fruits you will know them. You do not gather figs from thorns. You do not gather figs from thistles. Words from the gospel. So they were Christian boys. So the next morning here they were in this lovely college uniform, all dressed up and sitting down like young men, like young gentlemen. And then when we got into Melbourne, they picked up their suitcases and they went and they got off the train. So then myself and my companion, we began to get our suitcases down from the racks above and carry them out. And suddenly these two boys appeared and they said, sisters, we'll take your suitcases. I think it was one of the biggest surprises I ever had. These two young boys, maybe you would call it, we could have called them hooligans, just out to make fun. Deep down in their heart, they were good fellows. They were watching who was on the train. They took their bags out, left them on the station and came back to help the sisters carry their bags. So they carried our bags off the train onto the station. When they got there, they said, we said, we can take them now. And they said, no, we'll take them up to the gate for you. But we said, you've got your own luggage. Or one of us will stay with that, one of us will come with you. So one of them came with us carrying two heavy suitcases. He must have had a struggle, but he came up to the gate, we showed our tickets and we went out and he passed the suitcases out. He went back to his friend to get his own suitcases. I often think we say, never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person just by their outward actions. Judge them from their heart, from what they do. These young fellows, by their fruits you will know them. That was a good message for them, because by their fruits we knew them. By their fruits of carrying our suitcases, showing respect and kindness and helpfulness and helping us out, even though we were only young and could have done it ourselves in those days. By their fruits you will know them. It's a good thing to remember. Say it often to yourself. By their fruits you will know them. People will know what I'm like by the things that I do. Goodbye now, and go off on mission to do something good for others.